All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, crunch. Rush in. Blue draw quarters. Say.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, wahoo!
They'll toss it to Fournette. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
49, check 49. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll toss it to Henry. Open space inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
80 weapon. Snap.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Joker. Watch twins.
X3, 218, chopper. Check go.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the draw, this is Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
60 yards.
Target. Check three.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Check 13.
61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Haywood. 5.
Minshew sets to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
When the Titans selected Alabama linebacker Rashaan Evans at number 22, I thought it was a perfect fit. Gives him a chance to apprentice a little bit with Wesley Woodyard right there next to him and eventually take over running that defense. He can run, he can hit, he can cover, Everything you expect out of a first-round linebacker.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. Go, go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check.
Go.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Okay, ready?
44, Mike, 44. Let's go, D. Check it back, check it
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Minshew, 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Jags grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Kill, kill, kill.
General West. Spies, spies. Let go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's caught. Smith. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, We're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Tannehill on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Henry running right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Open man right side is Shark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Drop deep. Check.
Blue draw forfeits. Get it.
Here's Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Come on, set, 8, read. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Ready?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf. Hey, Delta. 44
From the 41, Tannehill. It's caught, Humphreys. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphreys. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready?
Mike Bobo. I got one.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
You got it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Ready up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end.
Hey, Orbit. 50, Mike, 50.
from the gun. Here's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Mike's 50 school. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Wow,
the big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They can't hang with us. Switch. Switch.
80 weapon. Hey, echo. Get it.
Now Minshew. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Coming to you. Coming to you. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. He's got Smith here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. That's to his running back. Complete. Able to power through. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
36.
Hey, high 7.
To the air again, Tannehill. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Alpha. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
10 logo.
Hey, let's get that ball here.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill completes it to Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
On the ready.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Pull it high.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
General West. Tighten up. Tighten up. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
Topper. Topper.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They begin with Henry. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready, ready.
50.
Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know. Yep. You better break.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now it's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Let's go.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Let's go.
Now Tannehill. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tannehill. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
I want that. it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Let's put him on his buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Go.
50, Mark 50, Mark 50. I got it. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Tannehill now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Come on, set.
Jaguars
50,
come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.